Have you ever thought about solving a mystery that no one has ever explained? Well, today in this video, I am going to tell you 5 mysteries that no one has ever solved. So, let's move on to number 5, the frozen girl. On 20th December 1980, a 19-year-old girl named Jean Hillard was going to the home of her parents in a snowy weather. But suddenly, her car stopped due to some unknown reason. She tried hard to start it again, but couldn't. So at last, she decided to visit her friend's place. But due to such a cold weather that the temperature was about minus 74 degrees of Fahrenheit, she felt unconscious. And after 6 hours, she was found by a team all frozen. So she was taken to the hospital. The doctors declared her as dead, as she wasn't showing any signs of life. But something strange happened when she began to move her legs after 3 days. Yeah, her heart started to beat. Her pulse was back. Somehow, she was getting better day by day and day by day and day by day until after 6 months, she was completely healthy. What was the reason behind that? Do you know? If you know the reason, just write it down in the comments. So let's move on to number 4. The picture from Bralon Museum. Ever heard about time travel? You might have heard there are a lot of movies explaining the concept of time travel. But does it really exist? No one knows. But in this photo that you're seeing right now on your screen, the photo was taken in 1941 in Canada during the opening of the Gold Bridge. Have you seen something peculiar in it? There, right there is a man who is different than all the others. His dressing doesn't match the 1940s fashion, as he is wearing a zipped hoodie and a t-shirt that has a 20th century logo. But there's one more thing strange about him. Guess what? He is holding a portable camera. The portable cameras weren't that much common in those days. So how did he grab one? Well, was he a time traveler? It's still a debate. So let's move on to number 3. The dancing plague. The dancing plague. As the name indicates, it was a plague that led people to dance. In July 1518, a woman known by the name Mrs. Straffia started dancing and couldn't stop. But a strange thing happened when other people also started doing the same. After 1 week, 34 people followed her, all dancing. And after a month, the total number of people touched several hundreds, all dancing and dancing and dancing. And approximately 400 people lost their lives as a result of exhaustion or stroke. So, what was the reason behind this? Do you know? Have you ever heard about this mystery before? Let us know in the comments. Well, there is no scientific explanation to why did that happen. So, let's move on to number 2, the time traveler. Yeah, another time traveler. In 2003, FBI arrested a man who was accused of scamming in the stock exchange market. So, was he really scamming? Let's see. The person only had $800 in his pocket and somehow he managed to get $350 million through 126 risky deals. How was that even possible? From $800 to $350 million. Can you imagine? When FBI asked the question after arresting him, the man, who was named Andrew Carlson, said that he received all the information from the future, and he also said that he had come from the year 2256 in a time machine. So was it a scam? Or was he telling the truth? Well, when asked about the whereabouts of his time machine, he told them. But when the police tried to find the time machine, they couldn't. And also the time traveler Andrew Carlson disappeared from his own cell without a single trace. What happened? No one knows. So moving on to number 1, the ghost ship. An American schooner ship named Carol A. Deering was later on called the ghost ship. But why? Why did it come to be known as the ghost ship? Because it was found aground with no one aboard. When the ship arrived at the harbor, there was not a single person present on that ship. When checked, a lot of food was found for the people, but not a single person. Even though the logbook was missing along with the personal belongings, anchor, and the navigation devices. The investigators started investigating this case about where did all the crew go, and what happened to them. But later on, in 1922, the investigation was stopped without any official conclusion. So that was all for today. And do not forget to like the video and also subscribe the channel. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.